It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show with Lady Love, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. Alright, it's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot. Now, this is a special tribute to Granddaddy IU. You were playing the song earlier as you waited for us to join, but we do want to, take time and acknowledge the legend and give him his flowers. Although we did have the opportunity to give him his flowers as he was on the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. He jumped on one day, and Babs definitely gave him a lot of love.
That joint right there, when that rang out, something new. Okay, I was back then doing the Roger Rabbit. I was grabbing my foot, you know what I mean? He's one of the pioneers in this hip hop game. I also know that he wrote that record, that diss record for Roxy and Shantae, and it was up for him and MC Lyte at that point. MC Lyte was like, "You're an enemy. You wrote the record that she just, came for my neck." So, Granddaddy IU, he contributed a lot to hip hop. A lot of people are mourning, suddenly. And I just want to pass it over to the beautiful chocolate milk
Gabrielle Union. Shout out to the Long Island legend, Granddaddy IU. Passed away yesterday, unfortunately. People are dying too early. This is a hard one for me. This is one of my mentors, someone who just made me believe that I could be great. Like, he was also a fire producer. Not only was his pen fire, he was a dope MC. He was a fire producer. He made beats as well. So I just want to send my condolences to his family, his wife, his daughter, and to all his loved ones, and to all his friends. We're going to miss him. It's hard. I still can't believe I'm not going to be able to talk to him anymore. And, yeah.
I just want to send a prayer out to all of our hip-hop legends. Much love to all of our hip-hop legends, because I don't see them, making it to 60, 70 years old, like a lot of our, DJs or things of that nature. Shout out to Kool Herc and those guys. But, a lot of our pioneers are like, checking out early, man. So I just pray for protection for all our people. And we was on the phone earlier today. We was discussing it. Like, one thing that hurts my heart in hip hop, as different from rock and roll, is that rock and roll, the Eagles could still go perform. Like, my peoples love this group called Iron Maiden, and they dropped their album back in like the 60s, 70s. And their concerts are still full, and you'll never hear nobody say they washed up or something. But in hip hop, it's like when you're not hot, or as we consider hot, or if you're not the right now thing, it's like you don't get the love and admiration that you're supposed to. So I just feel like, it's unfortunate, because now he's up and down everybody's timelines, but he just recently dropped the joint. You know what I'm saying? And the joint was fire. But where was the love and support for that one then? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, let's not wait till somebody's gone to try to get them their flowers. Like, if we didn't learn from Takeoff, regardless of who it is, we all got to go. So show love to people like you never going to see them again. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. What's good, Tay? Also, if you got any, older hip-hop artists that you grew up loving, go find them on social media. Go hit them up. Post they song that you love from back in the day and tag them and tell them that you appreciate them and that you love the record, especially if you still put it on and be like, this is my shit, right? If you got one of those, find them on social media and let them know, and continue to show them love, because Y'all have no idea what that can do for somebody's day. You know, just showing them that you appreciate them, that you still listen. You know, go stream they shit, but definitely find them, go follow them, go tag them. You know what I'm saying? And stay in tune, stay in touch, really. And also, like, I'm working on my documentary. And so late October, right before the prom, I was in New York, and IU came through to do an interview for the doc. So that was the last time that I seen him.
Wow.
And I'm so grateful to God that I got this great footage of him. I haven't seen it yet, because when people are doing their interviews, I'm not there. The production don't want me there because they're talking about me. So I can't even be there. And so
I can't wait till it's my turn.
Shout out to my girl Courtney, who did that interview with IU, and she told me yesterday, she said, Babs, when you see that interview, you're gonna be like, wow. She was like, I sat there for an hour and listened to this man say how much he loved you. And I'm just so grateful for that. So I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait either, because Courtney, my interview is going to be the total opposite. I'm going to tell you for a whole hour how I can't stand the bitch. So for a whole hour, I can sit here and read you reasons why. But no, on a serious note, man, we were blessed to have Granddaddy IU on the show, and you know what I'm saying, God is good, man. And rest in peace to him, and Twitch as well, DJ Twitch from the Ellen show. That was really unexpected as well. And they said that you know, he was at home with his wife, and then he bounced. He left his car there, and she was, you know, she said that's not like him. And then around the same time, one of the hotels in Hollywood called and was like, yo, you know, something, bang, 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 you know. And they found him, and he unfortunately took his life. And then it's crazy because when you go to his page, it's all smiles, and he's so happy. And it's just a video he posted 2 days ago with him and his wife dancing. And it is very, very important for you guys to check up on your strong friends. It is very important because you never know what somebody's going through. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie to you, the devil is on my ass. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, the enemy has really been on my ass from every angle. And that's when you know that you're doing God's work, because, you know, you're under attack. Because when I was out here and I wasn't really worried about God, you know, the devil wasn't worried about me. I was able to do whatever I wanted. As soon as I started doing this prayer line, you know what I mean? Trials and tribulations. So I'm just thankful for God, for my life, you girls, my family. You know, so much to be thankful for. But just make sure you check on your friends, the ones with the biggest smiles.
Yes. But back to Granddaddy IU, we did want to show a video just to, again, just give him his flowers, more acknowledgement, and some praise. And we want to give love to his family. So this is one of his last performances. He was on Sirius XM with Destroy. Y'all can check it out as well later on.
Yeah, oh my gosh, get ready, y'all. Yeah, come on, y'all. Here it is. A world premiere. Twisted Bay in your ear, so listen here. Yeah, it's something new, but I ain't no new kid, so don't fool yourself. Regardless that you did, come on. Ain't nothing changed, so don't act strange. I chew through your crew, so get out my range. Cause I'm calling shots while I make my appearance. No interruptions, no interference. So turn it up loud and let the bass stomp. The mic, the whole place jump. I kick a swift rap sign and get raps and zip your lip. I ain't with that rip trap. I go for broke with the rhymes that I wrote. Flow quote for quote, even hit the high note. Rick, the chick, side tricks, the Vic. So sway to the way Kate plays the mix. Cause it's something new. Come on, Sirius XM J45.
From the Granddaddy you.
There is allegedly a artificial womb facility where they're going to be incubating babies, and they're going to help people to let them explain it, because I don't even know. And then we'll go to Lady Luck, because she's our expert today.
Introducing Ectolife, the world's first artificial womb facility, powered entirely by renewable energy. Ectolife allows infertile couple to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring. It's a perfect solution for women who had their uterus surgically removed due to cancer or other complications. With Ectolife, premature births and C-sections will be a thing of the past. Ectolife is designed to help countries that are suffering from severe population decline, including Japan, Bulgaria, South Korea,
And white
many
people.
others. The facility features 75 highly equipped labs. Each state-of-the-art lab can accommodate up to 400 growth pods or artificial wombs. Every pod is designed to replicate the exact conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus. A single building can incubate up to 30,000 lab-grown babies.
Okay, the video a little long. We're going to go to Chanel Lady Luck Jones, our facilitator of information on the artificial womb facility. Let us know about these fake babies, the fake baby shop.
Okay, well, first off, I found out that it's not real, you know, so I was very disappointed in that because I
I've
believed
said that too.
Yeah, but
That can't be real.
but that is what they're working on. So they're saying that that's it. The video itself was put together by one of these directors, but that is what is to come in our future. Yeah, I think it's crazy. We just made breakthrough to use renewable energy. They added 2 neutrons together, something like the Secretary of Energy made an announcement today. Like, it is a lot going on. So while we sitting here worried about Kanye and his rent over in LA, these folks are playing with God. You know what I'm saying? So just please understand and stay focused that there's so much going on out here. It's ridiculous.
Haven't we all been playing with God,
it.
though, when you really think about it? From breast augmentations to, you know, rhinoplasty, getting your nose job. That's playing with God. God didn't give you that nose. God didn't give you that titties. God didn't give you fat in your butt. He put it in your stomach. So it's like, wasn't we already playing with God when we started doing that? And then, like, you know, modern medicine, heart transplants, brain transplants, you know, aren't we playing with God then? It's like, what is the, you know, the balance between it being something that is helping us to, you know, further and technology, and then when we playing with God, like, what do you think?
I think that
I don't want to get into religion right now, just for me, you know. But one thing I do want to say, I do want to have a child. So anybody out there, you know what I'm saying, that's looking to have a baby and want to share your womb with a beautiful young lady like me, you know, I'm all here for you, you know. So there you go. Bam.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do it. You know what I'm saying?
You would do it?
Yeah.
You would trust that more than just having a surrogate, someone that, you know, you can, because it's like, it's artificially inseminated. It's not a real womb. It's not real amniotic fluid. It's not, you know what I mean? So, like,
but see, when you go on with the video, then you realize that they say things like it helps them prevent you know, certain diseases, and it helps them, you know, it helps them with certain, you know, whatever. So I just found out that while we was playing the video, it was paused while they didn't even let us share the video. So some of y'all saw it, some of y'all didn't. But yeah, I would try it out. I would see what's cheaper, because I don't want to deal with somebody. Somebody might carry my baby and they say, I'm keeping it. You know, they got movies like that on Lifetime. So
they can't do that legally. They can't. What's good, Bam?
They've done it. You've done a bunny tails about it.
Yeah, because that's because you ain't have your paperwork and all of that tight. You got to get your shit tight. Man. Period.
I'm going to the facility every day. Look at the baby grow. I'm going to take little videos. Look at this. I'm going to go live.
There are still some people that want to make babies the old-fashioned way. And that's some good old porn, okay? Getting hot and heavy and then just making the baby. So according to Pornhub, some of the most popular searches of the year are lesbian, ebony, Latina, Asian. These are the most searched terms. Threesome, stepmom, BBC, cream pie, Japanese, anal, and at the bottom of the list, black and big D. Now,
my favorite wasn't on that list. I don't know how.
What's your favorite?
It ain't Friday, man. You know what
BBC. What does BBC stand
Wacky
for?
Wednesday.
Big? Heck.
Yeah, they said BBC. Isn't that what it, oh no, yeah, it's not on there.
Yeah, BBC,
And then
BBC.
the top categories, number one, of course, is ebony, okay? That's everybody's fantasy. Lesbian, threesome, transgender, and then MILF. What is your favorite term or favorite thing to check out, Babs?
I got a few things I put in the search. I'm not gonna say because my mom's be watching the show sometimes. And she don't need to be in my search engine. You know what I'm talking about? But let's just say it gets crazy in the search bar. It gets crazy in the search bar.
I used to watch mine alone because you just never know, like, if anybody's ready for, what I'm watching. I like to watch talented people, I like
it gets crazy in the search bar. That's it, love. It gets crazy in the search bar.
Would you ever go to a party like a I don't want to call it a Rorgery, but like a fun party? Would you go to one of those?
I've always turned down those invitations. I remember one year Irv Gotti sent me one by accident. It was like during Easter.
Are you pulling an Irv Gotti on Irv Gotti? Like, are you?
They used to invite the people to the studio, and they even had prices. This is back in the days of the two-way pages. You know what I'm saying? Irv Gotti. I said, Irv, it's me, Luck. I was young and dumb. Now, big Luck pulling up. Babs, where you at?
We outside.
Mm-hmm.
We outside with it, Birdie.
It's getting crazy, But nah, I never been to one. People told me that they've gone, but because I'm like, what does it smell like in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those. Like, do they have consistent air freshener? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you need ventilation.
I've been to two. I'm a spectator. Like, I like to spectate. And so when I went, the places I went, it didn't smell bad at all. But, it just was like, wow. Like when you walk in there, you just like, wow, oh my God, it's real. It's real. Like, yeah.
So this is a little more serious, and I do want to have everyone's opinion on this topic. So there was a man who was on a podcast, and on the podcast, he shared some weird thoughts about washing or changing his daughter's diapers. And now the irony is that this same man is now wanted on charges of sexual assault on a minor. So I'm going to let you hear what he said, and then we can talk right after this. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show.
The FBI is asking for your help. This is Jesus Torres. He is accused of raping a young girl. There's a $10,000 reward if you can help police.
I have 10 kids. I got my own 5 stepkids. I have never changed my kids' diapers. You know why I do it? Women be like, oh, you won't change your daughter's diapers. It's weird. I do it so she will understand no man should be touching you down there. If your father never changed you, don't let him think it's right for him to touch you down there. So I'm strict with certain things I do.
But still, as a father, you have a responsibility.
And I'm raising her, I'm feeding her, I'm clothing her. Don't think I'm weird. How I'm supposed to wait front to back to front. Like every time she wipe the part down, it's dangerous. Once a guy sees you, he preys on you. A lot of dudes are predators. I'm in the industry. I ain't gonna say nobody names, but I see the true predators and what they do. You get a little bit of fame and money. It's like, yo, I don't know why a man will rape a woman when there's so many girls out there.
Okay, so he said he knows a lot of predators. I think the first one is in his mirror. Yeah. How do y'all feel about what he just said about not wanting to change his daughter's diaper because of predatorial thoughts?
He was so passionate about that. I'd want to hear more of the story.
Some people don't like to do things because they don't want to, maybe he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to have the urge to do something, you know? So we don't know what's going on in people's mind.
I'd want to hear, I want to wait till, all of the information is out before I pass judgment, because in America, you're allegedly innocent till proven guilty. So I'm not saying he did or he didn't do it, but I just want to hear more. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it's weird that he would not want to change his child's diaper? Do you feel like what Babs is saying is potentially true, that maybe he might have certain urges, so he was just trying to keep himself from feeling certain things.
I don't necessarily want to say he was fighting the urge. I still want to believe that that's the stance that he was on. I want to find out how old this minor is, the circumstances with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the minor might be 16, 17, not saying that it's right. You know what I mean? Plus he's married, so that's creep stuff. But you know what I mean? I just want to see
the fact that you even put changing a pamper into a sexual manner, like that's his thought.
But
like,
he said no. He was saying that he wanted to show his daughters that if daddy didn't do it, then nobody else should.
He don't even. She's not gonna remember that.
Right.
She's not gonna remember him changing her pamper. So what do you mean? That's not showing her nothing.
Right.
The fact that you even making that somebody touching your vagina to changing a pamper is weird to me. Like, you shouldn't even be thinking anything like that. You're changing a pamper. Like, and she's not gonna remember you changing her pamper. So you're not teaching her anything.
Well, he's not the only man that feels that way. And I just know that, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe once they get to a certain age where they can remember and recollect. But yeah, it's true. As a baby, you know, they don't.
If you
I don't know.
Remember and recollect your parent changing your pamper, then you got a problem. Because you must be, what type of big ass kid is wearing a pamper?
Well, what about when parents take showers or baths with their children?
But you shouldn't be doing that after a certain age. We talking about changing a pamper. Let's not change the subject and go that far out. We talking about changing a pamper. So any guy that thinks like, oh, I'm uncomfortable changing my daughter pamper, I think that's weird to me. That's weird. It's a baby. You changing the pamper. You shouldn't even be thinking in that way, like a sexual way. Like, that's weird.
Amen. Anybody in the comment section, how do y'all feel? We want to know, do y'all agree with this man that's saying that it's inappropriate behavior for a father? I think it's one thing when it's an uncle, you know, even a grandparent, that's even still a little weird. But as a father, it's like, you got so many single dads out here now and that's taking care of their sons and their daughters. And it's like, you know, what, you know, like, what's the thought process to even thinking, you know, like, how would you
like men are predators?
Like, my brother has 2 daughters. I never even thought anything crazy about him. And I know he loves his daughters to death. So it's like, I don't know.
You're making it seem like men are predators.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy. Like, because they, like, what are you
women
trying to put into this bread that men are predators? Like, that must be something within him. Period.
I'll tell you this. I started to write a book about my experience with men. And I started off from the time I was 5 years old. And as I got to like 3rd or 4th grade, I had to stop writing because it sounded like I was bashing men. I know that for me, and my personal experience as a pretty little girl growing up, a lot of men were predators. I know being in high school, and I had a little different shape back then, they were predators. Not all men, but I've been followed by men. My cousin had to threaten this man before. I'm not saying all men are predators, but I've met a lot. Now, I don't want to say nothing against my brothers in the comments. I'm not talking about y'all. You get what I'm saying?
Some female predators out here, too.
Exactly.
So we going to stop bashing men. I got a son. We not even playing these games. That's a whole fact. Because these bitches ain't shit. Period.
Just because you have a son does not mean you have to abandon the clique you with. Like, even watching the videos about the gangbangers, like, I might be a blood, my cousin's a crip, but I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just throw the whole, you're a woman, Babs. You can't just throw the whole woman race away.
But I'm just saying, we going to make it clear that it's like, it goes both ways. Like, period. Goes both ways.
A grandmother decided that she didn't feel comfortable to put up a stocking for her step-grandchild. So she put up stockings for all the children except for the step-grandchild. So a man took to Reddit and he shared because he wanted people's opinion. He said his mother won't hang up a stocking for his stepson, and he called his wife ridiculous because the wife said that she would not be going to the mother's house and attending any Christmas festivities if her child wasn't going to be acknowledged like their children together. But the mother just said that she's just not comfortable and ready to do that yet. Who's right? Who's wrong? We want to know. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show.
First off, the grandmother is supposed to be the matriarch of the family. She's supposed to be the one who's showing everybody how to love and when they're wrong and what they're doing. I think it's completely whack for her to make a child feel like they're not included and to remind them that, hey, you're not a part of my family. As a child, I think the kid is like 9. I think the stepfather is inconsiderate for not understanding the mother's feelings. Like, yes, I'm not pulling up. If my child does not feel included, if there's 4, 3, 5 other kids running around and they're getting stockings, my kid has to sit on the side and at 9 has to process, I'm not getting the stocking because my mom is not with my real dad. My mom married this guy. And at 9 years old, that can cause a lot of trauma to kids. So nah, I'm not pulling up to Christmas either. And you lucky I don't pop you in the face because that's ridiculous. Your mother, she's a bitch. Okay.
Well, let me say this. It's so crazy that we having this topic today. Because I just had a conversation, a little debate with somebody yesterday. And, you know, some people don't feel like it's anything wrong with that. Like, at all. They really feel like this person that I'm talking to was like, well, if it's not, you know, biological. And, like, she was standing on that. And I just was like, I don't come from that. You know, my family is a blended family.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't come from that, oh, well, it's not biological, so we're not going to acknowledge this child.
You know, that's
like, and so, yeah, and so, like, this you know, this person is a lesbian, and I asked her, I said, if you got married and your wife had a baby, y'all had a baby together, your wife had a baby, would your family acknowledge that child as yours? She was like, not if it's not my DNA. Like, if they don't carry her egg, and she didn't think it was anything wrong with that at all.
Horrible.
Like, she didn't think it was anything wrong with that at all. Like, and I was like, that's crazy. And she was like, I don't, like, what's crazy about it? So it is people out here that, yeah, if you're not blood, biologic, like, they don't care. And they stand on that.
And I think that's cold-blooded. See, my family is a blended family as well, but my family is blended because there's people who I'm related to, who I don't speak to, and then there's people who I talk to all the time. My family, we accept everybody. You know, me, my mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, we love to love people. My sister, she has an adopted son. And for Christmas and for his birthday and pictures, he get the same outfits everybody else get. He get the same haircuts everybody else get. And it's never you know, the information is there, but she's never running around like, oh, this is my adopted child. Like, nah, my sister said, I got 4 boys. You get what I'm saying? So, like, me in particular, I don't think it's cool to take it out on a child. Like, even if that was the neighbor's son, get them a stocking. You know, these people. You know, these people gonna be there.
I have people in my family that's adopted as well, Luck. I have 3 uncles. My grandmother had 2 boys. She wanted a girl. So they called her. They was like, oh, we got an infant, but it's a boy. She said, all right, I'll take him. She went to get him. Then they said, well, he got 2 brothers and we don't want to split them up. So she took all 3 of them and then eventually adopted them. And they was there before I was born. So I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Until I was older. This is how much it's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said, hey, that's not your blood. We had different last names, and it crossed my mind, like, why is his last name different? But it's still, oh, okay, I'm young. I'm like, oh, maybe I don't know, maybe something happened. Right. But never in my mind am I thinking, this is not my family, my blood. Right. It doesn't matter. So to have this debate with somebody and they standing 10 toes on this shit. Like, yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, at all. Like, if it's not bio, then...
Yeah.
But these are, I can't blame them. That's how they were raised. And that cold-heartedness came, you know what I'm saying? That there's lack of love somewhere. You know, the funny thing is, so I've been doing my Ancestry.com, and on both sides of my family, like back in the 1920s, they had everybody living in the house. You get what I'm saying? It was like, I saw, it was grandma, granddad, and the uncle this, and then they had somebody living with them who wasn't even related. You know what I'm saying? But then when I went back to my, the interesting thing is, I went back to my grandfather. I'm trying to find my grandfather's grandparents, and that's where I get lost, because when you start reading it, and he's living with these people, his last name is Jones, but nobody in the house name is Jones. So Maria, she pulled up the street and started seeing who else name is Jones on there, trying to find his grandparents and stuff. Like on that side, after I get a certain generation. So I'm just saying, broken homes have been with us for a long time, and it's in our DNA. So if you think about it, like some of these people, they might have broken homes or lack of love. Yeah, of lack of love.
I said that's your upbringing.
Yeah.
I said that comes from your upbringing. I said I wasn't raised like that.
Taking other animals who's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Animals do it.
Yeah. I said I didn't come from that. I come from, like, blood don't make you family. My family is blended. You got people, your bio family will do you the worst in the world. That's a fact.
Lotto,
like,
what up?
That bio don't mean nothing. Like, family's family.
Yeah. Yeah. Lotto was good. So I'm with you all the way. I hope I don't know this person that you're referring to, because then you got I started thinking about when I was talking, I was like, shut up, Chanel.
My brother, baby moms got married and had another kid. He had 2 kids with her. Then she met this dude, married him, had another kid. So when my mother would go over there, she would have gifts for her grandchildren, and she would bring the other little girl a gift too. And my mother would say, this is a kid. I'm not gonna have them open up gifts. Now, the gift she bought the little girl wasn't, as value as the gift she bought her actual grandkids, but she still bought the little girl something, because she was like, it's not right for them to open up gifts and she don't have nothing. She don't know what's going on. She was even calling my mother grandma, because she see her sister and brother run up grandma. She just think it's a name. She's too young to know if you know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's just like grandma, just calling what she see her sister. So my mother buys her stuff too, Christmas gifts, all that, and that's not her grandkid.
My mother's a beautiful woman, man, and don't forget, God is watching. Allah is watching. The universe is watching. There's always somebody watching, you know what I mean? So always try to be the best person that you can be. You lucky I don't know who these people is, because I would send a stocking the size of the fireplace. And now he's the only one with a stocking bigger than all of y'all, with a remote control car and everything.
Luck, because then you doing the same thing to the
people do. Yo,
they innocent.
Yo, I hate when people are mean to kids. I hate it. Unless it's that little girl I was telling you about before, but she deserved treatment like that. But outside of that, like, I hate when people are mean to kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't like it, because they're defenseless. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
And it's not gonna, like, how is it hurting you to acknowledge this kid? Like, how is that hurting somebody that to say, like, whatever.
Right.
Anyway,
it's crazy. And it's holiday season, so why would
She's a Grinch. She's a Grinch.
You're a mean one. Grandma Grinch. Now,
let me tell y'all something. I read a story. They got this, it's a story, but they got this podcast about, like, my secret angel or something like that, the day I met my angel, something like that. And there was this lady who told a story that when she was in 7th grade, she used to get bullied by this group of girls. They made her life miserable. She cried. She didn't want to go to school. Her grades were slipping. And then during that summer, the little girl who was the ringleader died in a car accident. Now, I'm not saying that I want a child to die. I'm just saying you got to be careful with energy you putting out into the universe. That's it. Let me tell you something. I can't talk too much about it, but I'm gonna try to give you the best details. I did a favor for somebody who I considered a friend over 20 years, and I didn't, you know, when I did this favor for this person, I wasn't looking for anything in return. I just wanted to do good for my friend. Long story short, my friend came back and cost me so much. My friend screwed me over and took that favor that I did and just destroyed some things in my life.
Wow.
And I told him, I said, I'm a child of God. You don't want to do this. I lead a prayer line every Saturday. It's the most consistent thing in my life. I'm not perfect, but I put in a lot of work, and the thing that you're messing up is not just for me, it's for a lot of people. I'm begging you, don't do this. He continued. He went through with it. It cost me a lot. His brother dies. And the craziest part is I put their names in the scripture. So there's a scripture, Psalms 35, where they was like, yo, I can understand if it was my enemy. I can understand if it was my foe, but it's you who I shared sweet fellowship with, right? Then it go on to say, may death take you by surprise and the grave swallow you whole. I said, God, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I just like no weapon formed against me shall prosper, but you can't stop. So then I started praying for that guy who screwed me over because I know the wrath of God. So we really have to be, whether it be universe, God, or whatever. I've seen people cross me, and what comes to them, I could have never did. People do. So I'm just telling y'all, that lady, we gonna hear something about that evil lady with this Christmas stuff, because karma don't skip nobody. Just let y'all know.
That sounds like
speaking
a
of
voodoo
karma,
doll. That sounds like a voodoo doll, Luck. That don't sound like you put their names inside of a Bible.
Wait, what?
No Bible.
That sounds like you
doll.
put pins inside of a doll. No, I'm just saying.
I'm praying on it. I'm praying on it for my protection, because I'm not gonna go out here and use a gun or anything like that. I am giving your name to my God. It's not no voodoo doll. I'm not wishing bad on you.
Right.
I'm not sitting there. I'm saying, God, this is in your word. This book is inspired by your word. Stand on it. Don't forget your child in her time of need. So I ain't do no voodoo doll. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say mean thing. I don't be lighting candles. And I don't do none of that. I just say, hey, this is your word. It can't turn to you void. Handle it. And he be handling it.
I do the same thing. Because I was just talking to my friend about doing the same exact thing. I'm not negative. I'm saying, God, do what is your will and give them the day they deserve. Give them the life they deserve. Whatever they deserve for playing with your child, God, you give it to them, and you give it to them swiftly.
I never seen the righteous forsaken. I don't pray on anybody's downfall. I don't do that at all. And while that person was really trying to destroy me, I still was praying for him. So when he texts me, I text him congratulations. You know what I'm saying? I said, you'll never have, you know, and he was like, karma already got me. My brother died. And I was about to say, it's just forget it. But I was like, let me chill.
We all know that Brother Love Combs, Sean Diddy Combs, had another baby. And this is all while he was, you know, just dating, messing around with, or what have you, with Young Miami, Carisha, and his first side, when his side chicks, I forgot her name is Gina. Gina took to social media and she posted a couple videos. So one of the videos is her, you know, being unbothered, doing her makeup, and it's saying, when you beeping over a ninja, but whole time he got somebody else pregnant. And then she went on to also post, then Young Miami from the City Girls responded and said, if I wanted you to eat my cooch, Diddy would have had you on your knees. Chick, please, you a eater. To which the girl said, girl, you wish you know you want to eat this yum yum sauce. It was a lot of back and forth. How do y'all feel about the two ladies? And I think one of you had mentioned that there was something with DJ Academics as well.
Did she at Young Miami when she posted that? I don't know why Young Miami is jumping on people. Like, she really in her feelings right now. this is what I mean, ladies. Like, you letting these dudes drive you crazy when all you got to do is slide up in my DM and get your mind right. But instead, you want to go out here and deal with these dudes that's going to drive you bonkers. Nobody's even atting her. And then she's on these people pages and having this public breakdown. Like, you know, I don't know the backstory. Diddy came out and said, oh, Young Miami is not my side chick. She my boo thing. I don't know
He
what
said she's
that
very
is.
special to him, and he called her his shorty wop.
Yeah, shorty wop. So what is that? What's
His
the shorty
wet ass poof.
I mean,
You know what
your bottom beef.
It's one, and it was a point where she had posted a picture of all of these roses, and now that this baby is out, people are alleging and speculating that that is why he gave her those flowers, because it was apologetic. It was a big grand gesture to show his that he was sorry for having this baby while messing with her.
Let me tell you, ladies, something.
Eve, what up?
Two things. One, Dr. Umar was just on Charlamagne's show, and he said that alpha men, is impossible for alpha male to just be with one person. Babs is always saying that monogamy is unnatural, you know. But at the same time, Puff is, see, Young Miami made Puffy sexy again. So now all of these young chicks was on his body. Everybody, you know, we always loved Puff Daddy, but Puff for a minute, he had the long beard, he's in the pool, the stomach. Then he started getting himself together. Then all of the chicks, you know, they come out. Young Miami is hot. I just feel bad for Sis because he making Sis look silly. I mean, even like there's not enough game in the world, and trust me, like, oh God. But it's not a quiet situation. So now she's famous and she's looking silly, and then the game says, yo, if he said Young Miami's taken, where's Young New York and Young Houston and Young, you know what I'm saying? He said a girl like that, her bills would be paid for life in the next one. And she answered back, I'm single. Now I know that got a sizzle and Diddy soul. You know what I mean? It's a lot. He's making her look silly. No matter how much it is, you know, I'm not gonna say she signed up for it.
She definitely did, because if we check his now, before I say this again, because I'm not gonna I'm gonna choose my words wisely, because we already know what he did to Auntie Wendy back in the day when she just spoke freely. But you know, thanks to social media, you could also just make sure that you follow me in my on my other platforms, so we can't get canceled. So, but if we look at his relationship record, right? When did he not make women look stupid? He was with Misa, and then he got with, rest in peace, Kim Porter. Kim and Misa was friends. Then he's with Kim. They got the babies. They have the twins. The twins and the baby that is the same age. They triplets damn near, because they was born in the same 90 days. And that girl mother was friends with Kim Porter, allegedly. When do he not make women look stupid? Gina, young source, I'm still mad. This girl, she's over here fighting. Girl, he left you for Young Miami. Miami's at a concert, at an award show, acting like she at a concert in 1999, holding up a sign that say, I love you, Poppy. When do he not make women look stupid? Her friend was tugging on her dress like, bitch, sit down. You look stupid. So we love you, Young Miami, but when do Diddy not make women look stupid? I'm sorry, but when?
He never makes women look stupid. You know, actually, he helps women get their life together. You know, he changes a lot of women's lives out here. And these women, you know, whatever they could deal with and they can handle, you know, it's up to them.
Would you be in a situation like that, be dating a man who's a billionaire, a legend, a pioneer in the music industry? Would you date somebody or a woman? Would you date somebody, but see, this one is different because, like, was she gonna get pregnant? Like, how would you feel like dating somebody, you know what I mean? And they outside, like they outside.
I mean, it depends, you know. Listen, people walk into situations and think they can handle it. Yeah. At the time, you can, and then feelings start to change, and then you be crying at home by yourself, and then you can't let them know you was crying because you said you could deal with it. So, you know, you're going to deal with what you could deal with till you can't deal with it no more. So at the end of the day, I don't know what I would do in certain situations. I might, but, you know, and I might not.
He got pictures with another video, IG Vixen or whatever. She's very pretty. He has pictures where he's looking deep into her eyes, into the abyss as well. Like Puff is out here living his best life. He on his second run.
And we forgot to mention Cassie, okay? And Cassie, if y'all could tag Cassie, ask her to unblock me, because it was my fault, you know, what I posted. But even with that, Cassie blocked me because she got upset because in the height of my tea-spilling, gossip, talking days, I was so nosy that I noticed a picture on Thanksgiving, Christmas, around Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it was. Everybody was on the yacht. It was Diddy, Kim Porter, the kids. Everybody was there except Cassie. And Diddy's caption was, "Nothing else matters." And then Cassie liked it. So I screenshotted it and I tagged. I said, "Is Cassie being petty? Or does she really like this picture?" Because he said nothing else matters and she's not in the picture. So again, when do he not have you, if not looking crazy, feeling like you are not enough, feeling like other women you have to put up with, feeling like you have to do certain things? And again, Diddy, I love you. I'm speaking for the people, okay?
Maybe nothing else mattered that day. Maybe he told her he was going to be with his family and his kids, and she was like, all right. So
listen,
he said, nothing else matters right now at the moment.
Let me.
He could have had a better caption.
Not yet, TJ. I'm gonna check it. Let me put you girls up on.
This is what family is important. Done.
Let me put you girls up on some game. Puff is an alpha male. He loves to hunt. Young Miami, go ghost. Don't answer the calls. Don't pick up. He's gonna fly. He's gonna try to come find you. The more you make these men chase you, the more they on your back. Because if you answering his every calls, that means that you are agreeing with his behavior. So if Diddy's out here, he did all that, oh, okay, cool. And then go run up on the red carpet with somebody else. Go on a date with Drake. You know what I'm saying?
What
like, go do
Cassie did and scoop his personal trainer, that man he had working you out is now working you out for real. And
you gotta hurt his heart
in the relationship.
You gotta hurt his heart if you want to stay in this game. It's a cold game. Like I was in the strip club with these girls for 10 years. I wasn't a stripper. I was like a lot of other things. But I'm telling you, I watched them play their games. I met a guy in first class when I was flying back from Miami, right? And I said, you know, he was going to Atlanta. I said, well, what's going on? What you doing in Atlanta? This man left his wife for this young 28-year-old girl. He's 48. And the girl is in Florida with his car, but told him to leave. She going to meet him in Atlanta because she got her other boyfriend with her. And then he came to Atlanta and she told him to leave. And he went all the way back to Alabama and then came back to Atlanta to pick her up. Drove 10 hours. He ain't even sleep. And I said, that girl is ice cold. You know why? Because she stepped on him with 6-inch high heels on.
and he might one day off her. So I don't play those games.
Listen. Now, as we sitting here thinking and talking, more things are coming to my mind. And the only woman, because I've been thinking about Brother Love, Diddy, a.k.a. Puffy, a.k.a. Who is his new bitch? The only woman that he really did love and did not have looking crazy was J-Lo. And I feel like maybe after the breakup with J-Lo, because he really did love her, and he forgot to shoot her club up when he was shooting the club up, so they didn't have no kids or no reason
that we
for
know
her to stick around.
That we know
and
of.
I feel like he really loved her, and maybe he was scorned after that relationship didn't work, and he put himself in a different perspective in a different mind frame.
No, social media just wasn't as big back then, because J-Lo will tell you that she was got into it with some of his women as well.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and then
I tried.
Yeah, no. Diddy's just been take that this whole time.
And did he do
and
that?
J-Lo hurt his heart when he shot his shot. You know what I'm saying? And then she moved on with Ben Affleck. Ben is safe. Let me tell y'all something, ladies. In a situation like this, if the man is hurting your feelings, he won't go play games, let him go play games. Don't answer your phone. When somebody don't make you feel valuable, don't answer your phone. You go ghost on them? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He going to lose his mind. He not going to go chill with them girls that he got pregnant. They ain't got that sauce that Young Miami got.
Because that don't work with me. You go ghost on me, I call you a few times, that's it. I'm going to block your ass back. Like, I ain't got...
You're not a fire sign. Your ego is not leading you in this situation.
Yeah, she a Libra. Once her scales is like this, she's like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm filling up the other side of my scale no more.
You're not gonna play with me, but for too long. I'm gonna call you a few times. You don't answer. That's just
Not
it,
if
because
not if they
I'm
got
not
that
in the
thing.
business of hurting my own feelings. So I'm just gonna cry for a few days and then I'll be good.
Men, I feel like men
love a
men,
chase.
yeah,
Men love
men,
a hunt.
yes. I feel like men, baby.
Yeah.
Exactly what
And
Lady
Puff
Luck
is
saying
gonna
is the truth.
Puff is gonna
It's
fly
the truth.
wherever she's at. If he send roses, don't answer the door. I'm telling you, his ego's gonna be hurt. It's not even about the love or emotions. It's about the ego and the chase.
I send you some roses. You better take video of them roses and post them and at me.
Because you're not a man. You ain't a man.
I would clip you. I would, like, that's it. You would never get another. You couldn't get a daisy. You couldn't get a poison ivy weed.
It's a man thing. That's what it is. It's a man, masculine. It's their ego, and I believe what Lady Luck is saying.
I want to say this before we go. Rest in peace to my brother, Granddaddy IU. It's a big loss for me. For people in hip hop who know who he is as well. Please make sure y'all go stream his music. If you don't know who he is, you could Google him, look him up, and make sure y'all hit up some of y'all favorite legends today. Go find their Instagram, go find their TikTok, hit them up, let them know which one of their songs. You still be like, oh shit, it's my shit when it come on. Yeah, just go show some love.
It's a lot going on. And another thing, that when you don't see somebody posting that normally post a lot, they could be busy and working, but I know that when I was off that Instagram and that means that real life is happening. So, that'd be a sign too. It's just like, yo, the times that we live in is crazy. Please, again, share love with all your people. If there's another child, just buy them a stocking, hang a stocking up for the kid. You know what I'm saying? If you're messing with somebody and they making you look silly out here, just don't answer your phone, baby girl.
And don't be with somebody who's straight up telling you that they're not, and their family is not going to acknowledge your child. Like, that they're going to treat them a different type of way. Like,
you shouldn't even have gotten married if you knew that. You shouldn't even get married.
I don't think they knew. But so that's grounds for divorce?
Absolutely.
There's no way you didn't know, because how long have y'all been together? Is this the first Christmas? I doubt it.
They've been married 3 years.
So 3 Christmases, their child was ignored, and what you thought it was.
Unless it's the first one at the family house, but we won't be going to the family house.
Yeah,
that's just it. And it's grounds for divorce if my wife's not flipping out. If she not like, yo, y'all wilding. Now, I'm not telling you to disrespect your mother, but you need to have a conversation and let her know, because she's not respecting you.
Right.
Anything that's going on in your life, she's not respecting it. You need to have a conversation.
I'd buy the stocking and put it up myself, walk in her house.
Why even go where you're not welcome? Why go
we're not doing that,
knowing that there was this whole push and pull and tug of war for a stocking to make your 9-year-old feel a part of a family, to not feel separated, to not feel isolated? Why are we still going? Is mama's banana pudding that good? Is it like, why are we going? We should be cultivating our own space, building our own memories and our own traditions, and letting all of our children be in a space where they feel complete love, not half love, 72%, not complete love.
Let me ask you, so how would y'all feel being in a relationship or even a marriage, and y'all spend the holidays apart? Like, you go with your family, I go with my family. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, a lot of times it's like that when you living in 2 different states, right? So when I was growing up, my mother and my father, our families literally lived 30 minutes away from each other. So my mother would be like, all right, we go into your father's family house. We would go there early, and after that, we would go to my mother's family house. But when you don't live close, I remember in one of my past relationships, I had to leave my girl at the time because I wanted to be with my mother. My mother wanted me to come see her for Christmas, and she wanted to be with her child and family. So it's like, yo, what do you do in that type of situation? So I think that maybe y'all should come to, like, all right, 1 year we do my family, the next year we do your family. It got to be some type of arrangement, because it's going to happen like that.
I think that Well, I mean, I feel like when you're married, especially, you need to come to that compromise. There's so many holidays. You could do Thanksgiving here, Christmas here, New Year's here, and then we flip it around each year.
Unless you make your house the holiday house, and everybody comes to your house.
Now,
But
what about
maybe
when you have
everybody
different
can't
religions? Like, what
afford
about
it.
if you was married to somebody that didn't celebrate Christmas, or it wasn't like that was Jewish? Like, would you convert, or like, you know?
I'm not gonna be married to you if you not. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Okay.
That's too much for me. That's too much.
So if you found love and the person was Muslim, you wouldn't convert?
Find love, because we're not gonna even get that far.
Yo, the funny
My friend said that yesterday about short guys, so that's hilarious.
Yo, in my building that I used to live in, the one of the like real estate realtors or whatever, she was a Caucasian woman, and her daughter started dating a Muslim. So like to see the white girl come in there with the full Muslim garb on, it was just you know, interesting to me.
Like, what was she going through for her to even entertain a conversation with him? This is what I mean. We're not even going that far. Once you start telling me that I gotta walk behind you and all this extra dumb shit, and you can have 3 and 4 wives and all this extra dumb stuff, it's clipped.
No, okay, but that's people's beliefs, so we're not going to call it names. That's just their thing, and we just don't agree with it here on the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Everybody has their right.
Don't say we don't agree with it. Whoa.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't agree with it.
I don't want to say dumb. I don't want to say dumb because it's
individual.
I'm sorry. I don't want to say dumb. Let me bring that back. I don't want to call nobody, you know, beliefs dumb. It's just a belief that I'm not with. That's just all.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Okay. And remember to show love to everybody. I challenge anybody in this room right now to call or text, because sometimes you don't want to call nobody. Text somebody when we get out of here. Tell them you got love for them. You know what I'm saying? Of course, not the people you talk to every day. Like Bab said, maybe it's one of your other artists that you grew up to. You know, you can go find Skilo. Wish I was a little bit taller. You know, go find J. Rue the Damager. Go find Black Moon. You know, there's certain.
Go find Nonchalant.
Yeah,
tell her that you love.
Nonchalant's popping. She's still on the radio. But you know, go find these people and just leave a heart love on there. And anybody in the room, I would like to suggest to you for 2023, let's try to forgive. It's people who hurt us, it's people who offended us, but let's not take that energy into 2023. Let's be light as a feather. You know what I mean? Let's fly with the birds. All right.
You can forgive them, but that don't mean you gotta speak to them again.
I was just gonna say that. Yes.
But we ain't messing with you.
Yes.
That's a whole fact. You click.
Yes.
You click it.
Forgiveness is for you, and forgiveness means that you're not gonna drag that person through the mud. You're not gonna talk negative about them. You're not gonna give them any energy, because you're gonna put all your energy into yourself and the people that you love and that love you. Just because you forgive them don't mean that they get the same benefits of you and your presence. Yes. Okay?
Forgive, and people that you forgave, and people that you forgave and you should have cut them off, you gonna cut their ass off in 2023.
And forgive them. Don't talk badly about them, and allow them to flourish and wish well on all of their endeavors. But that don't mean that you have to still be a part of them. Amen.
I said what I said before the remix came.
Yo, that was good. That was good. Thank you.
I love y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here.